America, we got to get back to doing what's expected of us as free citizens in this democracy. That means being tolerant, being respectful, staying informed, and being engaged. I'm former Congressman Joe Walsh. Follow me here and join the millions of Americans who are renewing their social contract with each other. The social contract, it's on us. Hey, Tuesday, everybody. Thank you for joining me. 3 quick topics today on the social contract with Joe Walsh. Hope your week is off to a good start. Merry Christmas, everybody. Remember, no happy holidays here. Well, it's a free country. You can say happy holidays if you want. I say Merry Christmas or Happy New Year or Happy Hanukkah or Happy Kwanzaa, whatever. Just never been a fan of the whole happy holidays thing. Three quickies today. Another school shooting. Another mass shooting in America. Yesterday at a Christian school in Madison, Wisconsin. By the time I've gone on air this morning, you're probably learning more. We will probably learn more about the shooter, but 3 people killed. The shooter took her own life. A 17-year-old female student at the school. I want to make a point. This is, by the way, the 83rd mass shooting in America in 2024. Actually, you know what? I could be wrong with that. That could be the 83rd school shooting in 2024 in America. Mass shootings, as defined by the FBI, I think we're up into 340 or 350 or so. This is an American problem. I'll get into that in a second. But without getting down into the details of this Madison school shooting, let me say this. A 17-year-old girl walked into her Christian school in Madison, Wisconsin, and shot and killed a few people and then took her own life. A couple people still hanging on in the hospital for dear life. And I know, right? So many people and so much of America right away wants to say guns, 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 guns. Easy access to guns. We've got to do something about guns. We have a gun problem in America. I know so many people want to go there, and I know it's part of the discussion, everybody. But why? Not why why are guns part of the discussion? Why did a 17-year-old girl go into her school to shoot and kill people? Isn't that the most important question? Like from my perspective, isn't that a more important question? Why did a 17-year-old girl feel so distraught, so despondent, so whatever, so troubled, so angry, so messed up, so sick in the head that she went into a school to kill people? Why? To me, that's a more important question than how did she get her hands on a gun? And I know plenty of you listening to me right now are going to disagree with me. That's fine. It's all part of both questions, right? Are part of what we should be talking about. You know my position. You know I'm a big, strong Second Amendment guy. I'm a gun owner. I'm a big, 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 big gun rights advocate. That's where I come from. And, typically over the years, I've always been, whenever there's been a mass shooting, a school shooting, right away, I've reflexively said, stop talking about guns. Don't automatically go to guns because that's my background. That's my bias. I'm a gun rights guy. I look, I've grown over the last few years, became really good friends with Fred Guttenberg, who lost a beautiful daughter in a school shooting down in Parkland, Florida, back in 2018. He and I toured all year this year. He and I disagree on guns, but we traveled the country speaking in front of group after group after group, modeling how two people who disagree on the issue of guns can have a respectful conversation about the issue of guns and gun violence. But we all have our bias. We all have our reflex. When there's a mass shooting, when there's a school shooting, right away, we all kind of run to our corners or tiptoe to our corners or kind of slowly head in the direction of our corners and grab our own biases, our own partisan talking points, and we say, it's all about the guns. It's only the guns. Or we say, it's got nothing to do with the guns. Don't you come for my guns. And generally, the conversation really generally sort of starts and ends there. And I guess I just want to say, again, after this latest school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin, it's not just the gun, right? Can everybody listening to me right now agree with that? It's not just the gun. I mean, a 17-year-old girl, a 17-year-old young lady walked into a school with a gun to kill. Remember, was it Georgia earlier this year, back in May? A 15-year-old young boy, a 15-year-old boy walked into his school with an AR-15 to kill. This young lady had a handgun. She had a pistol, 9mm pistol. She had a handgun. And when for those of you who want to reflexively say the gun, the gun, the gun, we need more gun laws. We need more gun control. Understand something. This 17-year-old who took her own life, she already broke gun laws that were on the books. You can't buy, you cannot purchase and or own and or use a handgun in the state of Wisconsin if you're underage. If you're under 21, I believe. You cannot purchase, own, or use a handgun. So this 17-year-old girl already broke a law, a gun law that's on the books. I've no doubt she probably grabbed her dad's gun or somebody's gun, breaking another gun law. The Democratic congressman who represents the district that surrounds Madison went on CNN last night and drove me bananas because all he could talk about was guns. And unless we begin to care about guns, this will continue. And I'm listening to him, and I respect his opinion, but he was just Johnny One Note. I'm so tired of Johnny One Notes on any issue. And I'm a big pro-gun guy. I'm a gun rights guy. I'm not a Johnny One Note. I'll sit down with you. I'll sit down with you at a table, right? 83 school shootings this year in America. That's a record. I'll sit down at a table and I'll put my cards on the table. I'll put everything on the table. Guns, I'll put everything on the table. Ammunition, I'll put everything on the table to discuss. Will you? Will you? Or will you only put guns on that table? 83 school shootings in America this year. Will you put everything on the table, or will you only put guns on the table? 17-year-old girl walks into a school with a gun. Why? Intending to kill. Law enforcement reported late last night that this was a planned, meditated attack. She had planned this out. She left a manifesto. The bits and pieces that I've gleaned from it, she was miserable at home. Um, we're going to find out a lot of bad stuff. But why? Why did she do what she did? I think that question is paramount. I think that question is more important than how did she get her hands on a gun? I acknowledge that how did she get her hands on a gun is an important question as well. But this Democratic congressman last night didn't even want to answer the first question. The host, John Berman, asked him directly, why do you think she did what she did? What do you think the motive was? And this Democratic congressman from Wisconsin didn't even answer that. He went right to guns. It should matter why. Where were the parents? Where were other adults in this 17-year-old's life? There are reports that adults, her parents, a number of people knew that she was troubled. How often do we hear this, right? Red flags everywhere you turn. A troubled child who'd said stuff, who'd written stuff, but we didn't pay attention. The adults in her life didn't pay attention. Her parents, it sounds like, did not pay attention. Look, again, I'm a big gun rights guy. This is a uniquely American problem. Why? Because we have a shitload of guns, right? We have a lot of guns. We have a lot of gun owners. We have a Second Amendment. You have a right to defend yourself with a firearm. The Second Amendment in this country is every bit as important as the First Amendment, as any other right. We have a gun culture in this country. This is a uniquely American problem. I acknowledge that. We have a lot of guns. It's easy for bad, sick people to get their hands on a gun. I acknowledge that as a big gun rights guy, which is why if I'm sitting at that table and I look at this number, 83 school shootings in America in the year 2024, damn it, let's do something about that. I'm putting everything on the table. Are you? Are you putting mental health on the table? Are you putting communication and coordination between adults on the table? Are you putting how school administrators and teachers do their jobs when they see of and hear of red flags? Are you putting the conduct of parents on the table? It matters why this 17-year-old did what she did. Because we don't want these to happen. But my God, for a 17-year-old to do what she did, this was clearly a troubled 17-year-old. And the police reporting is reinforcing this. There were signs of how troubled she was. We'll find out, and we'll get all the details. And everybody, right? So many people on the left say this shouldn't happen. As long as we don't care enough to do something about it, we all care enough to do something about it. Even those of us who may not do as much on guns as you would believe we should. Damn near everyone in America on both sides of the gun issue doesn't want these shootings to happen. Understand that. Believe that. Look at everything. It's not just the gun. This 17-year-old broke gun laws already on the books doing what she did. You want to hold the dad responsible if it was his gun? Well, we're beginning to do that in America. There have been 2 of those cases just this year. Look at everything. But it's not just the gun. Please be open enough to acknowledge that. Topic number 2, quick topic number 2. I'm telling you, right? This is what dictators do. This is what authoritarians do. They go after free speech first. They go after a free press first. This is what Donald Trump is doing. We told you how he brought ABC News to their knees. ABC News caved when Trump intimidated them and threatened them by suing them. Donald Trump yesterday in a press conference yesterday said, that's just the beginning. I'm going to sue Donald Trump yesterday said, I'm going to sue the Des Moines Register. I'm going to sue CBS News. I'm going to sue NPR. And he rattled off 2 or 3 other media outlets. Why is Trump going to sue these media outlets, or why is he even threatening to sue them? Because he doesn't and didn't like their coverage of him. Wants to sue the Des Moines Register because he doesn't approve of that poll that came out a week before the election that showed Kamala Harris up by 5 points in Iowa. Think about that. A poll comes out a week before the election that shows Kamala Harris up, a Des Moines Register poll in the state of Iowa. Didn't happen. Trump won Iowa by 5 or 6 points. Didn't happen. The poll was wrong. But Donald Trump, the president-elect of the United States, said yesterday he's going to sue the Des Moines Register because of that poll. Is this what you want? MAGA, is this what you want? Sue CBS News, sue NPR because you don't like the way they covered you. This is the stuff of authoritarians. This is what dictators do. They often initially begin, hello, hungry. They often begin to try to intimidate and bully and silence and eventually shut down media that they don't like. Shut down opposition media voices. Go after a free press. That's what this is all about. The fact that Trump's even just through the use of intimidation and threats, like a mob boss trying to silence media outlets. This is authoritarianism. This must be called out. This must be opposed. This is authoritarianism happening right now. Again, I went off on it yesterday. Happened right now, again, right before our eyes. Do not cave. Do not do what ABC News did, all the rest of you. Don't let Trump bully you. It's wrong. It's un-American. And MAGA, even you should acknowledge that. Quick hit number 3 this Tuesday. Well, Democrats they've made so many mistakes and done so many dumb things. Trump yesterday, turns out, had the head of the CEO of TikTok to Mar-a-Lago over the weekend. And Donald Trump yesterday at a press conference at Mar-a-Lago said, you know what? Maybe he'd rethink his position wanting to ban TikTok. And of course, Trump rethinking his position, of course, Trump is 100% transactional. He doesn't stand for anything. He doesn't have a core set of beliefs. So Donald Trump rethinking his position, he doesn't have hard and fast positions. They change as the wind blows. But Trump said he's open now. He's warming up to keeping TikTok because he did really well with the youth vote. Trump said that. It's always all about Trump. Donald Trump is the only thing Donald Trump is capable of thinking about. Yeah, but I'm not bashing Trump. I bash Trump enough. This is about the Democrats. Why the hell did the Democrats leave this issue on the table? Democrats are not doing and did not do nearly as well with the youth vote as they should have. And along comes Trump, who did better than he should have done with the youth vote. Now, Trump says, oh, I may forget about it. I've changed my position. We won't ban TikTok. Democrats, you just gave this issue to him. Joe Biden supports the banning of TikTok in America. Donald Trump is on record supporting the banning of TikTok in America. Me personally, I oppose the ban of TikTok. We should not ban TikTok. But my point is, politically, Democrats just made another huge boo-boo. Why didn't Joe Biden, why didn't Kamala Harris come out during the campaign and disagree with Joe Biden and say, hell no, I do not support banning TikTok. TikTok is no more dangerous than any other social media platform. We've got to be vigilant when it comes to every social media platform, but we're not going to single out this one. I oppose the banning of TikTok. Why didn't Kamala Harris do that? My God, why Democrats just left this issue on the table? Therefore, stupid knucklehead stands for nothing Donald Trump, 100% transactional Donald Trump to scoop up and maybe change his mind on. Thereby, look, this could be a really big deal. The ban is due to go into effect early in 2025. So this is going to be a very pressing issue. Right now, TikTok's scheduled to be on the to be banned timetable unless something changes. All I'm saying is, Democrats, you blew it. You blew this campaign. You blew this election in a lot of ways, but this was a slam dunk for you. To increase your vote among young, by the way, is the right thing to do. Also the smart thing politically to do. Joe Biden wasn't appealing to young people. Kamala Harris struggled with young people. And here's this one issue that young people overwhelmingly oppose: the banning of TikTok. Young people overwhelmingly use and support TikTok. Here it is. Trump during the campaign on record wanting to ban TikTok. Biden, Harris, you could have jumped right in, grabbed that issue, and grabbed a much bigger share of the youth vote. Just another unforced error by the Democrats, losing an election to an utterly horrible human being, to a lawless, un-American psychopath, because Democrats, you made so damn many mistakes. You grew dismissive. You grew elitist. You grew out of touch with regular working class people, and you blew it when it came to the youth vote. And here was an issue just staring you in the face. Blew it. Hey, everybody, thank you for listening. God bless you. My email, joewalshwhiteflag@gmail.com. Shoot, that's all one word. Joe Walsh White Flag. Thank you, Keith. Joe Walsh White Flag @gmail.com. Let's make this a good week. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.